How y'all doing today in YouTube land? Today I'm actually going to review a competitive type thing, which I haven't done before. Actually, today I'm going to be reviewing a Skybuds and Air Amps, and which one is the best. I also have some news to announce later in the episode. First, I'd like to say that I did have the Skybuds. I do not have them on the table because actually I returned them shortly after buying them. Everything pretty much that's claimed on the packaging of the Skybuds, I did put the links down there, so if you really want to try them out, I did put the link down there. They do fit in your ear very securely. However, the only problem is the way they're designed. They're very flawed. Unlike most earphones, like you see on these tips right here, which are the actually Soul Republic Air Amps, which actually I love and I use as my daily exercise pair, or actually just in general use. Basically, you'll see right here, basically the tip will actually go into your ear canal, versus the Air Amps, they just rest on top of it. Now, I will say also that the battery life in them is only 4 hours, because what they did is they toned down the sound profiles low enough that you can barely hear the music, especially if you're in a crowded mall or anything like that, or a crowded area. You barely be able to hear them at max volume. And that's tried on multiple devices. Basically, I only owned them for about 3 or 4 days. I wrote the company. They do not reply. Basically, I wrote to them addressing the issues with the earbuds and where they said that they were good and where they weren't. And I did not get any replies if there's any future updates coming for them, or if they were aware of the issues with them. The bass, there is no bass in them. They're kind of like a Bose pair where they have clear, but they're not loud. They don't have any bass. So that's just some of the things with them. The other thing also is you cannot pair them individually, which is kind of a problem. Like let's say you need to just use one, because you need to keep the other ear open or whatever. These are really nice because you can actually pair them separately or together, which is very, very convenient. They also calls, they can hear you a lot better on the Skybuds. What happened a lot with those is they would actually, you'd hear the entire surroundings, so basically no one could hear you on the Skybuds. And they're also quite a bit more than the Air Amps on average. The Air Amps, actually by Soul Republic, as you see here, these are actually, I've used these probably for about 6 months now almost. Well, actually not 6, hold on, about 5. Basically, you see here that they're actually really good sturdy construction. It's actually, I want to say it's aluminum. I could be wrong on that, but I have dropped them before and this hasn't cracked and it's still sturdy. The nice thing also about this versus the other one is you can actually double it as a charger. I don't really recommend this because it's only a 2,000 milliamp, I think it's like 2,600 milliamp battery. Personally, I wouldn't use it for that, but I will say it will keep these things charged for about a week. I mean, I might have to charge it up halfway through the week if I ever use them. Basically, each charge you get 3 hours of use. And then after the 3 hours of use, you charge, and so you get a 2,000 milliamp battery, so roughly that's about 24 hours worth of charges off the battery pack, which is built into the casing. And like I said, right here you can see the ports that you have in the back to run out and run in. Now I will say these guys pack quite a nice bass for the size. Now I will say that sometimes, depending on your ear canal, they can fall out. Not often. You usually have to try to get them to fall out, but they can. So that is a little bit of design flaw. It's basically because the way they try to construct these to make your sweat go outside your ear. So if you sweated, they would, the sweat would roll off, and it had enough. Basically, like a tire, you had enough breathing in there that it shouldn't really have that issue. However, it would have been nice to have something that was more sturdier in the ear, basically formed to your earlobe, versus something that it does, but if you try really hard, they will fall out. Or they might randomly do it. It's a hit and miss thing with them. But overall, these are actually really awesome pair. For the sound volume, you really get a decent, out of the truly wireless earbuds, these are probably the best I've tried. The only ones that came out about the same time as the other two, there's Braggy Dashes, and I had a lot of people tell me that there's issues with them syncing together. The other ones are actually the Jabas, which actually have a built-in heart rate monitor in your ear. The only problem I have with those is they stick out of your ear quite a bit. They're highly noticeable. These actually aren't that noticeable. I mean, they do stick out a bit. But as you see here, I'll go ahead and stick them in now so you can see. They stick it pretty good, but you can still kind of somewhat see them, but they're not bad. Now, these are the black edition. Basically, they're all black. These are actually the harder ones to come by, unless you go to Best Buy. Best Buy usually always has them. However, I would prefer you to probably use the links down below, because that's actually how I'm going to be able to fund the channel going forward. I do have a lot of things in the works for the channel for the people that actually come to my channel. Basically, the revenue helps me actually basically goes right back into the channel. So, in fact, some of my personal money really goes back into the channel. But as you see, actually, the casing also is much, much nicer than what you get when you buy the Skybuds. They really take really good care. Skybuds, you get like a little small envelope that points you to a website in the middle of the box, and that's pretty much it. The updates, this thing I don't think has any updates. I've never seen anything for it anyways. There probably is a way to update them. But, you know, you get your little instructions there. But it doesn't stop there, though. You do get your little wire, just like the Skybuds, and you get this nice little thick book, which is rare to have these days. A lot of companies skip out on that, and they just send you to their website for technical assistance, which is where most people are going to go, but it's still just nice to have. And actually shows that they have a quality product that they're willing to stand behind and give you support behind. Now, I will say the presentation, though, on the Skybuds, the updates take forever. When you do have an update, which when you first buy it, it will at least update twice. Now, the problem with that is the updates that they do take roughly, about 45 minutes a piece on high-speed internet connection. So I don't know why it takes that long. If they just put such a weak chip in it, your device has to pretty much be literally touching the pod that they charge in order for the update to go through. Otherwise, it will fail or won't do it at all. So there's many issues with them. You cannot pair them individually unless both are outside the packaging, unless they've changed it. Now, they might have done an update, but as far as I know, they haven't. And my suspicions is that only one side, which drains a lot quicker, has the master unit, and basically it probably uses what I'm assuming. I didn't take them apart or anything like that, but I'm assuming it probably has some sort of Wi-Fi versus a Bluetooth connection to the secondary. And that would explain actually why the drain on the secondary is much, much slower. However, like I said, unless both of them are charged, you can't use them individually. And even if you want to use one individually, unless it's close proximity, it will pick up on that and you won't be able to use it. So usability is very, very limited with the Skybuds, and I don't really recommend them under any situation. If you're going to buy the truly wireless pair, I do highly recommend the Soul Republics. The air amps have just been terrific. They got them actually in quite a few colors now. I got the all black. It was actually hard. I actually had to try to find that link on Amazon because it's not readily available. I will say you can buy them at Best Buy. They also have teal. They also have blue. And they also have a golden black. Now, the golden black actually seems to be the most common and easiest to find. Me personally, I like something that's a little bit all-in-one color. That's kind of, a little bit not as obvious. But this is my personal preference, and everybody has their own personal preference on color. The Skybuds only have 3 main colors. They have a silver, a black, and I believe Arctic White they're calling it, but it looks pretty close to the silver one. So that is actually my review of the earbuds. I have heard the Jabas, however, are also equally as good, and I'll actually link those down below. But like I said, those have a heart rate monitor. Not as good battery life, but that's because you're getting the heart rate monitor. You do have the charge case, and actually most of these are going to have a specialized case where they have specialty connectors to actually charge your device with. So the only thing bad with that, however, is if you lose the case, you're kind of shit out of luck. But, you know, that's here or there. Now, there are some other ones I might get later on to test out if you'd like. I have been seeing some of the newer ones that look really, really good. Um, but yeah, so that's the review of here. And just to let you know, I am probably going to release a Dr. Science video, my first one, launching probably next weekend. I'm going to try to get it out this week, but I don't know. I'm shooting 2 this week because I missed last week. And this coming week, I hope to shoot 2 more on the weekend, but, you know, with the camera overheating a lot, it's kind of hard to get all these episodes filmed at the same time on a Sunday. But hopefully you guys enjoy. I do plan on bringing more content and different types of content coming soon. And thank you for enjoying. Please use the links down below if you choose to buy one of these items off of Amazon.com. And once again, have a wonderful evening.